I ended up finding out that from the test that I did, the one game that I did before, they actually have 3 of them. So this was the second one that was made. It's called the test Hypothesis Rising. And I was so intrigued by how the first one went that now I'm curious about how the other 2 are going to be. And I just really want to jump right into it. I know I'm streaming a little bit earlier than usual, but things seem to have kind of quiet down today because everybody's been very tired. So so I decided to stream a little something early. So this should take as long as the other one. The other one took about almost a half hour, an hour. So this one should probably be around the same amount of time. So let's see. Before experiencing the test, Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test, first before venturing into this experience. I have indeed. That's why I'm here. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you played the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense, as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the test in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I have already played the test. Wonderful news. We can continue. If I remember right, the word that I got last for the first one was power. Hello and welcome to my office. It is truly a pleasure to see you here today. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. I can see that. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and non-sensual speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this? You might be asking. Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now, it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As you read the questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back, and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. And here we go. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here, and you'll see what I mean soon enough. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? Yes. Are you nervous? Yes. Do you feel cold? Not really. You know what? No, I kind of got the chills. Do you feel sad? Yes, I do feel kind of sad, to be honest. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting even though they didn't deserve it? I have to think about that one. Yeah, I have. I mean, sometimes when you're upset, and there are times you don't mean to, you do take it out on others, and there are times you realize it. Oh, please don't tell me this thing, like... Okay... Do you crave acceptance by others? I have to say, when I was younger, I did. Like, I really wanted to be accepted, and I wanted my, like, parents to be accepting of everything that I do and stuff like that. So I would be very high on people pleasing, but nowadays I'm just kind of like, I'm like, it went from like an 80% to now it's like a 5 or 10%. Like, I kind of care, but then there's a lot of the times where I'm just like, I'm weird, I'm okay with that, I'm tired, I can't handle this, or, this is who I am, and if you don't like it, then just fucking scoot. Have you ever lost a loved one? Well, I would assume by someone passing on, right? If that's what that question means. I mean, that was probably back, like, when I was a kid. My grandmother passed away. And then even, I think, like, 2 or 3 years before that, her husband, my grandfather, passed. So there's, the love of my grandparents, passing on when I was a kid, but, but now, like, I haven't, nobody's passed on. I mean, I have, how would I say it? I have, outgrown and moved on from people that I have loved. So I don't know if that would be even the same thing. Oh, hold on a moment. Oh, my character disappeared. Let's see, I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't know why she does that. She just kind of likes to zip away when I get up and have to go do something. But so as a child, yeah, I did lose a couple loved ones. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Well, way too fucking well. Do you believe in demons? Yes, I do. Do you believe in curses? Most definitely. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Yes. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yeah, I am. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? No, I wouldn't, but then at the same time, it wouldn't make sense for, like, if it was one of those that attached to you and it would follow you no matter what home you went into, then I don't think, I think I would try to get, honestly, I think I would try to get rid of it first because like, if I move into a different home and I spend all that money and stuff like that and the thing just fucking follows me, I'm just gonna be like, I just wasted money for your punk ass just to follow me, so I would probably say yes, because I would probably I'd most likely try to figure out how to get rid of it. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? No. No, I haven't. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? No, I don't believe that. I don't. I honestly don't. Because that would be, that'd be like, okay, I want to play a video game, should I risk playing this video game and get some ghosties or something from it, or just stay in reality and, you know, like, be safe, basically. Would you like to make more friends? I would like to make more friends. I tend to get scared because I know that, like, my schedule, it gets, like, really built up really fast. Like, there's always something going on, and a lot of time it's unplanned. Like, one day I could think, like, I finished up, you know, cleaning up everything, my errands, you know, handling all the basic adult stuff that I need to handle. and I think I'm like free most of the day, but then something pops up, like somebody gets upset about something, or somebody needs to talk to me about something, or I'm needed for something else. And when stuff like that happens, I kind of feel like I can't really have go out of my way to go make friends, because you know I would love to, to like hang out with people and stuff like that, or play video games with others, but it's just there's always something going on. And I know, like, sometimes for others, like, I'm saying some, not all, it can be like, why do you even like, I just don't ever want to get into the situation like, um well, if you have so much going on, or if your kids are always doing this, or something like that, then why are you even bothering playing video games? It would literally just kind of like, it would make me feel like shit. Like, no lie. So, would I like friends? Would I like to make more friends? Yes, I would. But, um, with how things are nowadays, I guess in a way, I just don't think it would be fair to others. Like, yeah, a true friend would be understanding and be like, okay, just handle what you need to handle and I'll be here. But I have been in one or two situations where it's like I can tell just by tones and temperaments that it gets on their nerves a little bit. So, yeah, I would like to. I'm just, would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I try to be, but honestly, like, and this is probably like just my anxiety, um, that tends to overthink this. Um, and plus how, like, I know I'm not the best person to keep in touch with, at times, because there are times like I just, like, things come up, or I forget I get messaged, or even, um, I'm just tired and I'm just like, want to sleep or something. And so I I try to be, but no, I would not consider myself a good friend. I guess according to my standards, I mean, I don't think I am a lot. Do you feel lonely? Yeah, I do. Like, talk to me. Okay, that was. Mm. Um, do you make friends easily? Um, okay. In my point of view, I have a hard time making friends because I am like aside from the like me wanting to make friends, I would say me going up to somebody to go chat and like get to know them and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really one to like really go and do that, because I don't know, like, one, I don't know if the person even wants to converse with me like that. And hold on, my dad's calling me. Okay, I think I only have like so much longer on this game until my dad and sister get back from the store, so let's see. I would have to say, like, a lot of the times it's people that come up to me and, you know, they initiate the friendship, and then after that, like I'm a friendly person. I don't mind. I make friends with, like, I can make friends with anybody as long as I know, like, you know, that's, like, from talking, that's, like, what you want and stuff, but, I mean, I think, yeah, I hope, you know. Do you tend to avoid drama? Okay, this is what I mean, like, it was quiet, and then now I come on here and everybody's me. Anyway, do you tend to avoid drama where possible? If it were, oh, you mean if it were possible? Yeah, I do. I don't like drama. I don't like arguing. I don't like tempers. I don't like anything like that. I mean, if there's a problem, and it's a problem that, like, for somebody, like, they're not, there's something wrong and it needs to be fixed, I have no problem with that. But, like, unnecessary drama, I try to avoid it. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Yeah. The reason why I'm laughing about that is because this was when I was gonna go on a date with somebody, and so I'm walking to go to the movie theater to meet this person, and I was in a very, like, depressed state. I went through a very bad breakup with somebody that I just don't even want to think about it. I really dislike that person, but anyways, so I'm going on my first date after a while to go to movies with this guy that asked me out, and I was depressed for like a while, so I'm crossing the street, and this person, this elderly couple, didn't stop. Like, the sign went red, and it was my turn to walk across the street to get, to get where I needed to go. So everything on my end I was doing legally. But this person, for some reason, didn't stop. And I think they panicked and meant to hit the brakes, but to their surprise, they actually ended up pressed on the gas, and I didn't even have a deer in the headlights moment. I actually ran as fast as I could, like, ahead of this car, and then around, like I just darted. I sprinted. I'm trying to remember how this went. Like, I'm pretty sure I ran a little bit ahead of the car before it was about to hit me, and then, like, zipped to my left, to my right, so that way it just, like, it went straight past me, and I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And I'm yelling at them. I'm like, you dumbasses. you almost hit me. And I flipped them off. And this elder couple, like, I saw them. They were like in shock and surprise, but they never pulled over to apologize to me, to check if I was okay or anything. They booked it. And I'm like, oh my god, like, I could have fucking died. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, I was depressed. Like, I was in a mental state where I wouldn't have cared if that car hit me and just ended it right there. But at the same time, I laughed after that moment when I was getting about halfway to the movie theater to where my date was, because I'm like, wow, I always think I have no problem if it just ended all right now, but apparently deep inside me, my body, my soul, it says otherwise. Because basically, in that moment, I wanted to live, and that's what I did. I made sure I lived. And so, yeah, that's why it makes me think, like, every time I ever feel like a little sad or depressed, I don't, like, I don't go too much into, like, those thoughts like I did back then. I have a better way of coping, like healthy coping mechanisms for that now. But it's like, if I ever did think darkly like that, I always kind of reference back to that moment, and it's like, well, I thought that way, but obviously I felt the need to live beyond of what I thought, and so yeah, that's my story on that question, the near-death experience. Yeah. I mean, and that's not the first time I've almost been hit by a car, but at least the other cars, like, when they turned, they slowed it down. This one sped up. And it was also a truck. So that's why I was just kind of like, shit. I could have died. Like, I know I'm laughing about it. This is how I handle it. I know everybody else can handles things differently and stuff, but it's just every time, like, if I ever get that question, I always refer to that moment. But do you like horror movies? Yes, I do. I even fall asleep during them sometimes. This is all very interesting. You don't say. Have you played the test? Yes, I have. That's the spirit. Have you played the horoscope? Wait, there's a game called the horoscope? No, I haven't. I want to now that you said something. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. Do you watch porn? Fuck. Is it gonna do the same thing to me like it did on the other one? Who doesn't? Okay, who doesn't? Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Yes. I take pride in my work. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Yes, I do. I do. I'm my own worst critic. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? No. I try to be, but I'm not. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you're running late for an appointment? Yeah, I would. I mean, I've done that before. Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? Oh my god. Why are you asking me things like that? I like animals. I couldn't do that. Like, no, I'm sorry. I couldn't. I mean, yeah, I would be saving my own pet, but I wouldn't want to do that to others. Like, I couldn't. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. Even if I loved my own animal, like I could like I couldn't force myself to kill another animal. Like I couldn't. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? No, because it's actually kind of one of my fears. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? So far, I've been lucky enough not to be caught doing that. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? No. Have you ever tried to play a practical joke that you regret pulling on somebody? Can I be honest? I mean, okay, you know what? No, I have to take that back. There was one friend that I pushed in a puddle of mud as like a joke, and then I did it again to show another friend, and I regret that. I realized as a child I was an asshole. Like I was really fucked up, and I am so sorry that I did that, because that was like one of my best friends when I was a kid, and I'm surprised that they even put up with me. Like, so yeah, I have played a joke that I did regret. Because at first I was gonna say no, because some of them were on my brother and they were pretty fucking funny, but then I remembered the time I was at school. So yes, I actually do regret that. Are you streaming live right now? Hey, yes, I am. Bet your ass. Well, hello there, audience. Are we recording this gameplay session right now? Yes, I am. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? No, I don't think I would. So far, I don't see any viewers in my count thing. If you left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time,